Let's go is absolutely amazing. Weofly Y2. So on the smartwatch not only we get internal GPS, also AMOLED display, extremely long battery life, but also top line features as well. So let's check it out. Inside the box we get our watch. Okay. Also inside the box we get a bunch of accessories. First we get very nice rubber strap here. Also a fabric strap. Or magnetic charger. And also a bunch of manuals here as well. On this watch we get incredibly nice build quality. So you see we have very nice metal bezel here. Also Weofly branded scroll wheel here. And also a very nice metal buttons here. We have speaker here. All the sensors on the back or charger port. And also we actually have fairly good water resistance on this watch as well. And this is what the watch looks like on my wrist. It's definitely actually a very comfortable watch. And best of all, we literally even have always on display on this as well. So when it comes to style and design, yeah, this definitely looks absolutely awesome. Also the display brightness on this watch also is absolutely amazing. So even in very bright and direct sunlight, you can definitely see the display actually very well. So yeah, very nice AMOLED display indeed. And when it comes to build quality, for this price, it looks mega premium indeed. And yeah, also the brightness of the always on display also is actually very decent on it. And this is what it looks like with the fabric strap. And best of all, basically the always on display actually follows the watch face on this watch. So yeah, when it comes to looks, I think it looks absolutely awesome. Okay, and let's check out everything we get on this watch. By the way, Weofly actually sent me over this watch to check it out. However, they haven't actually paid me anything or asked to say anything about this watch. Also, they are not seeing this video before it's released. So if I swipe down, I can get access to my notifications, maybe like SMS, email or WhatsApp, so whatever you have. If I swipe up, I can get access to my quick settings over here. For example, I can quickly enable or disable the always on display. Also the raise wrist wake function. Also I have this water lock function. So yep, this watch obviously also is fully waterproof. So you see, you have to, yeah, basically. Also it will play this sound basically to eject basically the water out of the speaker. Also when you do this, also make sure to shake your watch like this. So you see just how advanced the system is on this watch. We can also adjust the brightness here very easily as well. When it comes to brightness, it's actually mega bright, so you can definitely very well see it outdoors in like very bright conditions. So if I swipe from this side, I can basically see my recently launched apps I have launched here. Also a bunch of like exercise data. For example, over here you can see basically your daily history. For example, how many steps, active, like calories, active minutes, distance walked. And also you can see your like history as well. For example, so yep, this watch actually gets internal GPS, so you can easily like yeah, track everything basically on this watch. It even displays your power, this like how active you have been basically during the time. Okay, so as you see, you can see everything here basically at once. Also this can track your sleep date as well. And also we can control music as well. By the way, yep, we can also play music basically on the speaker on this watch as well. Can you even believe we can actually get such sound quality from a watch? Absolutely insane. Then also, for example, if I press this button over here, I can quickly start a workout here as well. So you see, I can choose from my favorites that I can add, or you can simply click more over here, and you see you will have all the like exercise over here. Also, we can use basically this scroll wheel here to basically scroll through them as well. So let me maybe show you what we actually get here. I see the selection is absolutely insane on this watch. So it pretty much has everything you would want. And also let's check out the GPS lock times. So let's start the exercise and see how fast it takes to lock on. So I'm actually in fairly urban area. So you see it literally took maybe like 4 seconds to lock on. So the GPS performance also is actually very nice on this watch. And also you see the exercise system overall also very nice. By the way, also when you are walking, basically as you walk more or run, it will also like draw a map where you have been, so you can easily like backtrack basically to your starting point. And we can also control basically the music here as well. And you see also a bunch more things. So you see basically I have my finger on the heart rate sensor. So if I swipe like this, you can see basically more stuff here. Your heart rate, maximum heart rate, average. Next, if I press and hold on my watch face, you see I can change for different watch face that I want. When it comes to selection, you can obviously download like many more watch face from the phone app. I think they had like 200, something like that. So if I press my scroll wheel, as you see, I can also launch all applications I have on my watch. So again, the activity, I showed you that, where you can see our step count. By the way, when it comes to step counter, I also basically briefly compared to my other smartwatches, so that are much more expensive. And actually, the step counter is actually fairly decent on this one, so also very nice. So you can see pretty much everything here. So the workouts, also the workout records here. So for example, some kind of sample. But yeah, you will also see basically like a map where you have been essentially, like calories burned, like yeah, a bunch of stuff here. Okay. Also, we can see the step count, basically how many steps in each hour we have done. When it comes to negatives, where I wish they also included like a step count for the past days. Of course, we can see that in the phone app, but it would be cool if we could also see on the watch. So we wouldn't really have much need for the phone app if you want to check this. So also the heart rate stuff, so you can see the history here, and also the average, and also the resting heart rate. And yep, also check this. This can also literally even track HRV, but you will obviously need to sleep with this watch to get this. So if you simply wear it without sleeping, I do not think to display that. So yeah, absolutely awesome at this price. So the sleep tracking, so if you care about that stuff, stress tracking here. Okay, so you can measure also this woman's cycle tracking, some breathing exercise, multiple alarms. So yep, we can even literally make and receive calls on this one obviously as well. So you can either select from my contact favorites, or also simply open up the dial pad and call someone directly. So yeah, also when I tested the microphone quality, also is actually fairly decent on this one. So yeah, actually kind of cool. So we can also set timers here. So either like custom timer, or simply select from one of these presets here. And obviously the timer can also run in the background. So let's see if I go out, it's obviously still running in the background. Then also I have my stopwatch, so like a basic stopwatch essentially. But yeah, as you see overall, just how nice the system actually looks like. So very nice and modern indeed. So also we can measure blood oxygen here. So we simply have to wear this watch, and once you start basically wear it, it will take like 30 seconds to measure it. But obviously make sure it's fairly tight. So yeah, very cool indeed. And you can see the history as well for it. So compass, we have to calibrate it first. So once we calibrate, see, we'll have blown compass. Yeah, actually looks very impressive indeed. We have altitude and barometer here as well, but again we have to do a calibration here on it as well. So simply, yeah, enter and we'll get calibrated essentially. So, okay, so also you see barometer here as well. So weather, see the forecast for the next days here. Also we can remotely control basically our phone camera as well with this watch, which is absolutely awesome. Music, dual time zones, find my phone function, and also bunch settings. So yep, we even have always on display on this watch as well, and raise to wake function as well. And finally, also let's quickly check out the phone app. So you see over here, for example, if I click, I can see my step counter and also the trends for it, and also the history for the week and months as you obviously start wearing it. Also your active calories, active time, standing hours. So this is actually accurate. I was actually walking up and down. So like even distance, basically trends for it as well. Actually pretty cool. Also the workouts we have done, we can basically explore in more detail. Again, this is some sample it already had. You can see basically the distance. Basically it will draw a map where you have been. Also give you basically all the data for the workout here as well. Sleep tracking, once you actually start wearing it. The heart rate data. So yep, we can see the average here. And also the average for the week and months and year as well. Yep, HRV, absolutely insane that we get HRV on this watch. But obviously again, you have to wear it at night. For this function, stress tracking, blood oxygen here, so or measurements, also average here as well. So you see also the phone app actually looks very nice indeed. Some kind of like goals. And over here we can basically configure the device. Also when it comes to battery life, so if we check the specs, I think it was like so literally 15 days of battery life. So yeah, that's absolutely awesome. By the way, I suspect maybe if you disable the like raise to wake, or maybe disable some health sensors, you can maybe even get like more, I think, from this watch, which is absolutely awesome. So we can basically send over some watch faces here to the watch. Let's see also the selection for the watch face also is actually fairly decent. So when it came to the watch face, I think like 200 plus watch face. So yeah, pretty cool. We can upgrade basically the firmware of it. Also make sure to enable basically the notifications for any apps that you want basically receive notifications from, and also we can enable the Bluetooth calling here, and also add the favorite contacts that we can quickly tap from the watch and call. So also basically we can enable this continuous heart rate and other tracking. So again, if you maybe even want better battery life than the 15 days, simply like disable this, and then this should last for insanely long time. Workouts, SOS function, so yep, we can also call someone emergency as well from this watch. So yeah, overall when it comes to features and what this watch can do, I think it's absolutely amazing, especially for its price. I really have no idea how they have actually accomplished this to get basically such insane build quality at this price. Also like very decent GPS, heart rate, and also like very nice system, like straps that are also actually of very decent quality. Yeah, for this price, I think this watch is absolutely awesome. So if you're looking to pick one up, yeah, I can actually really recommend this watch at this price. Really, I think it's absolute bargain. Good luck.